Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
We're following two breaking stories off the top here at 5.
First, Ryan Kelly, a GOP candidate for governor, arrested by the FBI for his role in the January 6th siege on the Capitol. We'll get to that story in just a moment.
But let's begin with Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schur, charged with second-degree murder in the death of Patrick Lyoya. The Kent County prosecutor announced that decision at a news conference late this afternoon.
Schur faces a single count of second-degree murder. If convicted, he faces the possibility of life in prison with the possibility of parole.
Mara McDonald getting reaction from Patrick Lyoya's father on the charging decision. We'll get to her in just a minute.
But we're going to start things off here with Victor Williams. He's live in Grand Rapids tonight. Victor.
Yes, Kimberly and Jason, even though the announcement of those charges were made not that long ago, we still have protesters that are right here in front of the Grand Rapids Police Department. Even though it took months for us to get to this point, the Kent County prosecutor has finally made his decision.
Based on his investigation, based on everything he has provided to me, I've made the decision to charge Christopher Schur with one count of second-degree murder.
Kent County prosecutor Chris Becker with the announcement the nation has patiently been waiting for.
A second-degree murder is a felony offense. It is punishable by up to life in prison with the possibility of parole.
After many months of tension and civil unrest, the charge is coming 66 days after Officer Schur was seen on camera shooting 26-year-old Patrick Lyoya in the back of the head. Prosecutor Becker believes that there will be two different sides reacting.
I think it's split, to be honest with you. I mean, I think there's been this, I think the general consensus is I think there's a huge amount of community pressure that thinks I should charge, and if I don't charge, something's going to happen. But I mean, literally just before I came over here, I got an email from somebody saying, I don't think you should charge.
While it's believed that Lyoya maybe tried going for Officer Schur's taser, many are saying that action doesn't warrant being shot in the back of the head.
I hope it sends that we take these cases seriously.
And once again, you all heard from Kent County prosecutor Mr. Chris Becker, what he had to say about this. But coming up at 6 p.m., we'll be getting reaction from the community. But first, we're going to bring in Mara McDonald, who was able to sit down with Patrick Lyoya's father. Mara, how was that conversation?
Hi, Victor. You know, Mr. Lyoya, as well as Attorney Van Johnson, made it clear. I heard you talk about protesters. They said tonight, this afternoon, go ahead and protest, that's fine. But they renewed a call that there be no violence in Patrick's name. Let me take you through it.
You will not see any celebrations on behalf of the family.
Patrick's father, Peter, flanked by Attorney Van Johnson and interpreter Israel Siku, remained stoic throughout the announcement. The Kent County prosecutor called Mr. Lyoya about 5 minutes before the second-degree murder charge was announced to let him know the decision.
And that brings a little bit consolation to our family, because we see everybody that will support us, everybody who stand by us, they did a good job to get this kind of justice.
The family and Van Johnson made it clear they know a charge is not a conviction and that there is an intense legal process ahead.
We are not done here.
Lakini tuendeleshe kutafuta tu mpaka tupate justice ya mwisho.
Let's go till to the end and let's get the last justice for Patrick.
Back here live, now that the criminal case is indeed underway, Van Johnson says that civil litigation, expect it to be filed sooner rather than later. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Jason, Kimberly, back to you.
Okay, Mara, thank you. And we'll check back in with you at 6 o'clock. And if you want a refresher on the case, we've posted a story with all of our coverage to date. You can find the link at the top page of our homepage. And also, we're awaiting a news conference with Grand Rapids Police at the bottom of the hour. We will bring you that live when it happens about 5:30.
The other big story breaking at 5. Republican candidate for governor Ryan Kelly arrested by the FBI.
And it involves his role in the January 6th siege on the Capitol. Kelly was arrested this morning during a raid at his home in Allendale, which is just west of Grand Rapids. He's currently one of 5 candidates on the GOP primary ballot. He was released by a judge today under his own power. Grant Herms is following that story for us tonight. Grant, this comes almost a year and a half after the insurrection.
It does, almost to the day, 17 months. And we'll get to some of that timing in just a little bit, but it also comes just a few months before the August primary, which has already seen major shakeups on the Republican side. Now, in the past, Mr. Kelly has called for the arrest of the governor, the attorney general, and the secretary of state, but today he's the one accused of crimes facing 10 years in prison. Republican candidate for governor Ryan Kelly in court today after federal agents raided his home in Allendale and took him into custody. Kelly charged with 4 misdemeanors for his role in the January 6th insurrection. The FBI saying they got the tip from someone calling themselves Kate, who had seen Kelly in pictures online. In videos and images from inside court documents, Kelly can be seen standing on the steps of the Capitol at atop scaffolding, waving rioters to move toward the Capitol building. In another video, Kelly's seen in the black hat holding up his phone as attackers begin assaulting Capitol Police. Kelly is charged with 4 misdemeanors, including knowingly entering or remaining in a restricted building or grounds without lawful authority, disorderly and disruptive conduct, knowingly engaging in an act of physical violence against property in a restricted building or grounds, and willfully injuring any property of the United States. According to recent polling, Kelly was the current leader in the GOP primary race with just 19% of the vote after 5 other candidates were eliminated last week. His arrest makes for the 15th Michigander arrested for their involvement in the January 6th attack. On Facebook, Ryan Kelly's campaign putting up this image of 2 words, saying political prisoner. When asked for a comment about the arrest, the campaign simply replying, no. And as for the timing, this arrest does come the same day as the January 6th committee hearings are set to start in prime time. It's something Republicans have cried foul about all day long. Just about an hour ago, the Michigan Republican Party Chair Ron Weiser called the arrest shameful and accused Democrats of weaponizing the justice system. When I asked the FBI about the timing of this arrest, they couldn't give me specifics, but did point to a timeline of the January 6th investigation from the DOJ overall, which has spanned 17 months and includes 840 arrests, appearing to say that the timing of this, Kimberly, is just a coincidence. Back to you.
So Grant, what happens with the Republican primary now? I know the ballot deadline was last Friday, and Kelly was supposed to be on that ballot.
As of right now, he's still on that ballot. I talked to the Secretary of State today, and she said they're looking at options, but really they're just waiting to see what happens. Now, under Michigan law, it is illegal for you to run for office if you have a felony on your record. But those ballots, because of that deadline, are getting sent out to military members overseas in the very near future. So very likely, Ryan Kelly will still be on those ballots when they go out.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Grant, we appreciate it. And Ryan Kelly is just one of hundreds that have been charged in connection to the riots at the Capitol. And we're just hours away, as Grant mentioned, from the first January 6th public hearings.
The House Select Committee investigating the riots is ready to share its findings with the American people in prime time.
The narrative of what happened as an assault on our democracy, on our Constitution, on our Capitol, on our Congress.
The committee, made up of 7 Democrats and 2 Republicans, has been investigating efforts to overturn the 2020 election and the role they allege former President Trump played in preventing the transition of power. The committee has subpoenaed 5 Republican lawmakers, including House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, who has repeatedly called this committee illegitimate.
It has used congressional subpoenas to attack Republicans, violate due process, and infringe on the political speech of private citizens.
Tonight, right here on Local 4 and Local 4 Plus, NBC News will have special coverage of the hearing. Lester Holt anchors our coverage starting at 8 p.m. A Detroit man facing charges tonight in the death of an 11-year-old girl.
21-year-old William Dickerson is accused of firing a gun with a 17-year-old from another backyard. It happened on June 4th. Prosecutors say a stray bullet entered the home on Goldburn, hitting Sanaya Pugh in the back. She died from her injuries. Dickerson faces several charges, including second-degree murder. He's expected to be arraigned sometime tomorrow.
All right, let's get to the weather, and we're capping off a beautiful sunny day all across Metro Detroit as we take a look at that live look from our downtown Skycam there. It's almost like it's a painting.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't even look real. Let's get over to Paul Gross and what we can expect heading into the weekend. Hi, Paul.
Yeah, hey there, and that did look like a painting. Nice, pretty fair weather cumulus clouds, and that's for most of us. You can see most of us are dry. We do have a line of routine showers and thunderstorms to the north. So let's do a little storm track on this guy here. You can see we'll put it right at the lead edge of this thing and take it to the east-southeast at about 30 miles per hour. And you can see Columbiaville getting to your area within the next 5 minutes. Same thing for Marlette, North Branch at 5:15, Brown City at 5:35, and it looks like over to Peck by 5:43. So things are pretty quiet for the rest of us. Temps are in the low to mid 70s right now. And again, most of us, a very pleasant evening. We just have to watch that little line of storms going through the thumb this evening. Temperatures falling through the 60s by midnight or so. And we're in the 70s through the weekend, but oh, look what's happening next week. We'll be back to talk about that in just a few minutes.
All right, Paul. In case you've been closing your eyes at the pump, and I wouldn't blame you, gas prices remain at record highs here and across the country.
That they do. According to AAA, Michigan drivers are paying $5.21 a gallon. That's up 41 cents compared to last week and 89 cents compared to last month. Here at home, drivers are paying 24 cents more than the national average that sits at $4.97 a gallon.